The Wilcoxon Mesh Pair Sign Rank Test is a non-parametric test that is often viewed as being similar to students' t-test for mesh pairs, but it is used for ordinal data or data that seriously violate any semblance of normal distribution. Of course, there are many who will argue that it is simply too convenient to compare the Wilcoxon Mesh Pair Sign Rank t-test to student t-test for mesh pair, even though they serve similar purpose. Group difference for when there are two mesh pair are addressed by both tests. But again, the Wilcoxon Mesh Pair Sign Rank Test is often used with ordinal data or data that are viewed as being non-parametric, whereas the student t-test for mesh pair is generally used with interval data that rise to the level of parametric distributions.
Today, I'm going to show how to solve a non-parametric test, also known as a paired data, called Wilcoxon Sign Rank Test. Okay, so let's move on to the example. A company tests the effectiveness of a newly developed sunscreen formula. An experiment is performed with 12 subjects, each of whom has the old formula applied to the left arm and the new formula applied to the right arm. Each person is exposed to 1 hour of sun, and the decrease of redness, which is 0 to 10, on each arm is compared. The results are as follows. So, with sign test, we just look if the left arm is more red than the right arm, or vice versa. Here, we're going to assign a numerical score between 0 to 10 to determine the degree of redness on each arm. But the numerical scale is not a measurement, it's just a numerical scale that we're going to assign to the redness. Okay, the first thing we need to do is to apply the Wilcoxon sign rest tank to calculate the differences in the scale between the left arm and the right arm. So if we look here, for the first subject, the left arm have a redness score of 5 and the right arm had a redness score of 2. So the difference will be 3. So we write here in the column difference. And then we can keep calculate all the way down. So for the subject 2, the left arm is 3 and the right arm had a redness score of 5. So the difference will be -2. Okay, then we continue to write, to fill in the column. For subject 3, the difference is 5, 7, 2, -1, 9, 6, 3, 8, 10, and the last one will be -4. Next, we move to the absolute value of this difference. So for the first subject, it will be 3, 2, 5, 7, 2, 1, 9, 6, 3, 8, 10, and 4. Okay, now we're gonna look at the sign of rank. Okay, how we're gonna rank this is we're gonna look at the differences, and the subject who had the biggest difference will be ranked as 12, and the smallest difference will be ranked as 1. So we're gonna start with the smallest. Okay, the smallest one will be subject 6, which is the subject 6 had the smallest difference, which is -1. So we will rank them as -1. And then the next subject is subject 2 and 5. It has the difference 2, but 1 with negative sign and 1 is positive. So we assign them as 2 and 3 first. The first 2 is 2, and then the second 2 we assign them as 3. Okay, so we gonna solve this by average them together, and then we will get 2.5 each. Okay, and then here will be 2.5 also. Okay, we put here the negative sign because the difference have negative sign. And then the next subject will be subject 9 and 1. If you look at the difference, they also got the same difference, which is 3 and 3, but this time both is positive. So we assign them first as 4, as 3, as 4 and 5. Sorry. Okay, the first 3 will be assigned as 4, and then the second 3 will be assigned as 5. Okay, so it's just the same as before. We're gonna average them, and then we will get 4.5 each. Okay, we right here 4.5. And then for subject 12, it has the difference of -4, so we will rank them as -6. Okay, then subject 3, the difference is 5, so we're gonna rank them as 7. And then subject 8, the difference is 6, and we're gonna rank them as 8. For subject 4, the difference is 7, gonna rank them as 9. And then, so it comes to largest difference, and then 9. And subject 10, 8. So we're gonna rank them as 10. And subject 7, 9. We're gonna rank them as 11. And for the last is subject 11, we're gonna rank them as 12. Okay.
Okay, so what we're gonna do with these numbers? Well, we already calculated the differences for each pair. We found the absolute values of the differences. We ranked the absolute values from smallest to largest. We added plus sign and minus sign to the ranking based on the sign of the differences. And now, the next step is I'm going to compute two numbers, which is W plus will be the sum of the positive rank and W minus will be the sum of the negative rank. So, looking back at our data, the positive rank were 2.5 plus 4.5 plus 4.5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 and plus 12. Our negative rank are 1 plus 2.5 plus 6. So, the sum of all positive rank were 68.5, and the sum of negative rank, in which I removed the negative sign, were 9.5. So the test statistic looks like the sign test is going to be the larger of W plus and W minus, in this case 68.5. And then we will need to refer to Wilson table in order to figure out the p-value. So with the test statistic 68.5 and number of subject, which is 12, I'm going to look at the Wilson rank test table. So, looking at the table, the number of differences being 12 and the number of 68.5 would appear right here between 65 and 69. And so that tells us that our p-value is somewhere between 0.016 and 0.042. So, let's look at our p-value here. For the statistic is 68.5 and our difference is 12. And we got the p-value was between 0.016 and 0.042. And if we use alpha as 0.05, we conclude that the null hypothesis was rejected in this case.
This is the example that we will use. So here is the data. First, we need to create a new table. In the new table, we need to conclude differences, absolute value of differences, and sign rank which have negative and positive column. To calculate the differences, we need to minus the value of the left arm with the value of the right arm. So, for example, we take 5 minus with 2, we get 3. And from here, we just copy it until the last data. So, for the absolute values, we can click equal absolute differences. Okay, click enter and just do as the differences earlier, copy the formula until the last data. After finish the absolute value, what we need to do is rank it up. For this one, I choose to rearrange the value first and then rank it up. Okay, after that, we can see there is half data with the same value. So, when we face this problem, we can solve it by take the average between the rank for that value. And for this one, the answer will be 0.5 and 0.5. Repeat the method for this one as well. After that, we will just fill it back into the table. Nine is 11, number 6 is 8, number 3 is 4.5, 10 is 12, and 4 is 6. Okay, so this we can clean it up. Okay, less than 0, negative to the right value, and if not, we just put nothing at all. Click enter and we just copy the formula until the end. And after you do this, do the same method to the positive column. If the differences is greater than 0, which is positive value, then just don't do anything either. Enter and it until
Then we click, we type total, sums, drag it down, do the same thing here, click OK. And then we know that n equals to 12 is equal to 68.5. So we have n, we have Wilcoxon statistic. P is between 0.042 and 0.016. We can conclude that if alpha equals to 0.05, so the null hypothesis is rejected. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
In conclusion, whenever you have data that are composed of definite scores, the Wilcoxon sign rank test is preferred. When the data are not a definite score, or if the data are observational such as more aggressive versus less aggressive, then the sign test is the appropriate statistic. Whenever there is a difference in a particular direction, but the absolute quantity of that difference is not precise, and the scores are bad, then the sign test is the statistic to use.